What is up, car addicts? So in this video, we're going to be talking about this week's Triple Money Event Week, as well as the property and vehicle discounts. This event week is actually 2 weeks long, rather than the usual 1 week long. So this event week is actually from November 26th through December 9th, 2020. The current casino podium vehicle is the Benefactor BR8. So this vehicle is primarily based on the 2011 Red Bull F1 car. It released about 3 months ago with the summer special DLC update and normally costs about $3.4 million. So the BR8 is in the open wheels class, obviously, and it is currently the king of that class for most races. So if you're looking to own pretty much the fastest open wheel car right now for free, definitely now's the best time to spin the lucky wheel. So for those of you who maybe paid full price for the BR8 and are angry about it being in the podium, I completely understand. I'm a little disappointed too that you paid $3.4 million for that thing and now people can get it for free, but I mean, I kind of understand. I think Rockstar kind of did it as like a Thanksgiving gift. But anyways, you can still take the one you originally purchased and sell it for roughly $2 million depending on your upgrades, and you get a little bit of your money back. Obviously helps a little bit. Again, to avoid confusion, please note that what you get for the vehicle depends on what you paid for it. The podium vehicle will not sell for any money. I'm specifically referring to the BR8 that people paid full price for. So, is the BR8 worth attempting to win by spinning the lucky wheel over and over this week? I'm going to say 1000% yes. It's currently pretty much the best car in the open wheels class and normally costs over $3 million. And now you have the opportunity to get it pretty much for free. So I'm guessing a lot of people will be spinning the lucky wheel this week and closing their apps a ton. So before we get to the discounts, guys, I want to remind you that there is a DLC update coming on December 15th. So I highly recommend holding off on buying anything, even if it's on discount. Saving up for that new update should be your main focus for the coming weeks, so you can have plenty of money when that update comes out. But anyways, starting off with the property discounts, we have a ton, so let's get started. We have 40% off the casino penthouse garage. So this one has honestly some of the worst lighting in the game in my opinion, but the organization of the cars is pretty unique. Next up, we have 40% off the arcade garage. Moving along, we have 40% off the arena war garage floors. These are pretty nice, but keep in mind that the last 2 floors only store 9 vehicles instead of the usual 10. Next up, we have 40% off the personal vehicle storage bay for the MOC. So for those of you who have an Avenger and an MOC, I highly recommend getting this option since you don't really need 2 special vehicle workshops, you just need 1. Next up, we have 40% off the CEO office garages. These are my personal favorite garages in the entire game by far. They store up to 20 cars each, and you can buy up to 3 floors, totaling 60 cars in one place, which is awesome. Moving along, we have 40% off all the Dynasty 8 garages, which is insane. So definitely a ton of properties for sure if you want to expand your storage space. And we're not done yet. We also have 40% off the nightclubs and 30% off the upgrades and renovations for them as well. And lastly, we have 30% off the large CEO crate warehouses, which is insane. So these are good to have stocked up on crates as much as you can before Double Money Crate Event Week happens. Moving on to the vehicle discounts, we have 30% off the Ocelot RD8. This car is in the open wheels class and has good speed / customization, but it just can't get the faster lap times that the top open wheel cars like the BR8 and the PR4 can achieve. Moving along, we have 30% off the Rampant Rocket. So this vehicle is in the motorcycles class and can actually be stored in your motorcycle clubhouse, which is pretty funny. However, it's awful to drive in my opinion, and sadly not that fast at all. The only reason I still have mine is because I think it looks pretty funny in my MC clubhouse. Next up, we have 30% off the Hakushu Drag, one of the best deals for this week in my opinion. I highly recommend purchasing this bike if you don't have one already. It is the only bike that can closely compete with the Shotaro on tracks with lots of turns. And at this price, this is a steal in my opinion. Next up, we have 40% off the RE7B. Now, pretty sure a ton of you remember, including myself, when this car used to be the king of the supercar class when the Cunning Stunts update came out. But now it's not very fast anymore as they fixed that speed glitch that it had, and it still has amazing handling right now for tighter tracks, but the S80RR is a lot better for those specific tighter track situations in my opinion. And lastly, we have 30% off the Vindicator. So this bike does have the KERS boost and is decently fast in a drag race with that boost. However, it handles very, very poorly in my opinion and is extremely slow without that KERS boost. Not that great of a bike in my opinion. I would personally stay away from that one. And that's it for vehicle discounts. Not too many discounts for this week, but I think the amount of property ones we got definitely makes up for it. As far as login items, you can get this Nagasaki white and red t-shirt for free just for logging in this week, which is pretty cool. Moving on to the triple money stuff, we have triple money NRP on the deadline adversary mode, which is awesome. This is my personal favorite adversary mode. I love messing around with my friends on this one. Next up, we have triple money NRP on all the King of the Hill modes. So I haven't played these modes in a while, honestly, but some of them are very fun to do, and with triple money they pay out pretty good. Moving on to the double money stuff, we have double money NRP on open wheel races, which is awesome. So these pay out a lot of money NRP when set to 10 or more laps, and with that BR8 being on the podium, it's going to be very competitive in those open wheel races for sure. Also keep in mind that for those of you who get annoyed by people going backwards in open wheel races, when the summer update came out, Rockstar did actually make something to where when people go backwards, their car actually goes in passive mode. So for the trolls that love to go backwards in open wheel races to hit people, their car will be in passive mode and it won't affect you at all. So open wheel races are definitely a little more enjoyable now. Obviously people who go full speed floor at SpongeBob into every single turn, even the slower, tighter ones, obviously there's nothing you can do there when they hit you. That's just part of it, but at least the going backwards thing, Rockstar kind of figured something out for that. But anyways, moving on to the Prime Gaming discounts for Prime Gaming members only. I'll leave instructions in the pinned comment on how to become a Prime Gaming member if you aren't one already. So we have the same ones as last week, which is 80% off the Nightshade. So this car is in the muscle car class and is not fast in any way, to be honest. It's a very slow car that's made more for the looks and style than it is for the speed. Next up, we have 60% off the DR1. So we have 3 F1 cars currently in game and 1 Indy car, which is the DR1. It's unfortunately not very competitive with the cars at the top of the class like the BR8 that's on the podium, but it's still a decent car to own and kind of expand your open wheel collection. And lastly, for Prime Gaming, we have 100% off the Vespucci Canals nightclub, making it absolutely free. Again, for like the 10th week in a row. I've honestly lost count at this point. So if you don't have a nightclub, if your Prime Gaming hasn't worked, I'm pretty sure you have endless amount of time to get your Prime Gaming to work so you can get that nightclub for free. Also, don't forget that just for logging in this week as a Prime Gaming member, you'll get a free $200,000, which is pretty cool. Again, guys, I get the question all the time. If you don't see the discount on the Nightshade, the DR1, or the free Vespucci Canals nightclub, it's because you don't have your Prime Gaming account linked to your social club. Again, all the information on how to do that is down below in the pinned comment. And lastly, we have, of course, the Oscar Bandito Time Trial Construction Site 2. This week's normal time trial is Up and Atom. I highly recommend either the Pariah, the Tala GTO, the Vest 8, Emerus, or Krieger for that time trial. And this week's premium race is the Sports Classics Race 8-figure bonus. I highly recommend either the Cheetah Classic, Turismo Classic, Rapid GT Classic, or Red City Mark II for this race. Every Friday I post a guide on how to easily beat the time trial and premium race, so stay tuned for that if you're new. Anyways guys, hope this was helpful. This event week is great in terms of property discounts for sure, but not that great in terms of vehicle discounts, to be honest. But the triple money and double money is kind of decent this week. Again, not the greatest, although I will say that those double money open wheel races are a ton of fun in my opinion. Anyways guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.